Hello and welcome my fab friends to Glam's new video. I will be drawing kanno. Apparently it takes me about the same amount of time to draw an unfamiliar art style as it does take me to draw two characters in my actual art style, while one being something I'm not very good at drawing. The clip of me drawing a female in my actual art style only took me 5 minutes. Like, I know I didn't draw her full body, so it'd probably only take me 10 minutes, technically. But also, most of her outfit is white and very plain. So take that for what you will. Is the order I draw in slightly weird? Because I started drawing her hair almost immediately after I drew her, jaw. I did think it was a bit small of a face when I first started drawing this. And then I was drawing her hair and I was like, wow. Her hair's looking a little big compared to her face. So then I just extended her jaw out a bit so it looked right. I got there eventually. We all do. Ah, yes, me fixing her jawline to make her face slightly bigger. I also ended up having to change her hair a bit. It was a mess. But that's what happens when you draw the hair too big. I also realized I did not draw her butterfly wing, the second one, until way later. Also, if you do like to rest your hand on paper when you're drawing to keep it still, I recommend you wear gloves, or like that finger glove that covers half your hand. My hand is completely covered in metallic dust and watercolor. I mean, luckily it's just watercolor, so it comes off with water, but still ridiculous. I will say I do love her costume out of most of mine, and it's mainly because not only is it really easy to get on, it's very comfortable. Though I will say, making one of my wigs look like her hairstyle, super annoying. Because she has slightly wavy hair, so her hair down versus her hair up, two completely different vibes. But also it's very finicky to get a side pony on a wig that is not meant to have a side pony. And to get my hair clipped to stay properly, so annoying. Don't get me wrong, I love her hair and everything, but wish it was easier. Her makeup is really simple and easy though, and that's kind of my favorite part about her. I'm I don't have to do that much, because her face is very simple. But I also don't think her hairstyle suits me, and I feel like I don't look right when I dress up as her. I don't know. I don't think anyone will agree with that comment, but it isn't about other people's opinions, it's about my own. I also started adding stickers on a bunch of different things, and one of the cat stickers on the back of my phone started peeling, and so I put some stickers on top of it to avoid it from peeling any farther. So now it's just a vibe. And the only reason I started putting stickers on my things is because of my friend showing me that the stickers that I gave her, she not only put them on her lighter, but she also put them on her hairbrush. And I was like, that's a great idea to do with stickers, is just to put them on the things that you love. And since I have a sticker for every anime character I've ever cosplayed as, I feel like every drawing that I'm gonna put in here, I'm just gonna put a sticker on the cover of the characters that I put in here. I mean, my OCs don't really count as cosplay, I guess. It's more of just dressing up. But I don't know. I don't know what to classify it as. At this point, I paused and then, like, reset up my camera again. I did that a few times because editing different segments together is a lot easier than dividing them up into separate segments. And since I'm going to make some of this content into shorts, minus a few minutes, because I did have to cut out about 10 to 14 seconds out of each of the clips in order for them to be within a minute. So yeah. Also, it took me a very long time to decide to add eyes, because I was just dreading, because I'm so bad at doing anime style eyes. But it's also because of lack of practice. If you don't practice something, how are you ever gonna be good at it? I mean, I hope this came out okay. I kept going at this drawing until I liked it enough to decide, yeah, I'll still post this. Which means every single day I can just add art content if I'm gonna do this for it. But it also makes everything easier, because if I just do the makeup videos and have less cosplay content to film, it'll actually make my life a little bit easier, because I can sit down longer. Especially since I still don't really like standing for very long, which I'm still kind of sore 24/7. And it will also get me back into art, because technically I have a degree in art. I have an associate's in art. So I probably should use it in some way, shape, or form. I'm working on my bachelor's in psychology, but I don't know. Who knows? Though I am planning to finish off the last 3 characters. There's Kanno, then the other 2. And then I'm gonna set up where I'm gonna post a poll for all of the characters. Like, I'm gonna do each, like, poll until I, like, select every single character and put them in a poll. And that way I can bulk film a lot more in advance, and it will make my life a little bit easier. But also still give you an opportunity to pick the order for the characters. Also, if someone comments that they're excited to see a specific character, I must put them ahead of a different poll. Though I will only be doing, like, the art content for so long, who knows how long I'll have creativity for this. I mean, how many times can you draw the same character before they are the same thing over and over again? But who knows, maybe my anime art will get better. Maybe I'll even try drawing Kanno in a different art style. Maybe my actual art style. I'll start drawing the anime characters in my actual art style instead of their respective art styles. We'll see how that goes, because I'm not the best artist. I practiced one art style and stuck with it because that was what schools and teachers asked for. And the only reason I started drawing in the first place was because of a friend I made in elementary school. I never really had an interest in art before I met her. I didn't really have an interest in much of anything, though. I was just doing what I was told. I didn't gain much of a discernible personality at that time. But then again, I guess not everybody is spending their entire childhood trying to figure out what their personality is. And they're trying to do other things, like make friends or study and do schoolwork. Or even, like, date. And that was, like, high school age. Middle school and high school. Everyone was looking to date. And I was just like, I want to figure out what my interests are, what I like, what I don't like. And I couldn't figure that out until after I was 18. And even then, I still was just like, well, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I'm the most interesting person. But then again, I don't think many people like listening to themselves over and over again. I think out of every part of this, my favorite part was the hair. I like drawing hair, and adding the shading was kind of fun. But if I were to do her hair again, I'd probably use markers. They're a lot more accurate, and I do have some fancy markers. But I would also want to use better paper if I was going to do that. Or marker paper or stone paper. Stone paper is actually really good for people who like markers, because markers almost always bleed through paper. And stone paper, it doesn't let markers bleed through it, so you can draw on both sides of the paper. So it technically gives you more page space if you like using markers. Which is actually why I was using watercolors and like pencils in the first place, was so I wouldn't have to deal with the marker bleeding, so I could use both sides of the page. Because it just feels like a waste of paper. Half the page is just unusable. I don't know. Does anyone else feel that way? That half their page is wasted if they don't just use it to draw? I don't know. But also, markers on paper, if you do outlines and it bleeds through, it's so funny to see how crooked your actual art is. Because you can see every mistake. It's the same thing as like the flip editing part of the computer, which I actually have access to Procreate on my tablet. So if you ever want me to like try digital art, that is also an option. Oh, another cut in the video. And then move right back into drawing. Oh my god, I finally added her fucking eyes. It's so far in this video. I think the funnier part of me doing a voiceover is the fact that I get to make paper stars while doing it. I'm making the paper stars for a friend, and I'm filling, like, this Minecrafted chest box that I have with them. I was like, do you want me to make you paper stars? And she was like, yes. She sounded so excited about it. And so now I'm just gonna make her a bunch of paper stars in this Minecraft chest and let her open it and just enjoy. And let me say, it's gonna be a lot of paper stars. I was originally gonna use, like, a picture on my phone from, like, Google to draw her. And then I realized I have stickers of these characters. Why not just do that instead? That's actually how I ended up picking out what to draw on this page. Like, I had an idea of what the character was and what she looked like, and I was like, well, my phone's not gonna stay on for, like, the full hour it's gonna take me to draw this, because coloring things in takes forever. Which is usually why I draw in black and white. But I do have a concept of color theory and how to draw with colors. If Zawa had access to my art supplies, he'd be having so much fun. Like, he'd have access to Copic markers, master markers, bullet nibs, brush tips, even chisel tip markers. He'd have access to watercolor pencils, metallic pencils, regular pencils, lead pencils, charcoal pencils. You name it, when it comes to art supplies, I have it. I even have regular watercolor palettes. I have liquid watercolor. I have acrylic paint in every color. You name the art supply, I probably have it. I will say, though, it has been about a little over a year and a half since I, like, drew consistently. Since I did start drawing again on Halloween, because one of my group chat members, I don't remember who, I think it was Kyla, posted a challenge of, hey, draw one of these for Halloween content. And I was like, that's such a cool thing. I don't know what most of that means. But oh well. Doesn't totally matter. I still tried. I attempted. I enjoyed. I did 3, I think. And then I was like, I don't got any time to draw anymore. Because I was doing so much other stuff. Since it was Halloween and stuff. Like, making your Halloween costume a day before Halloween. Who does that? I do, apparently. Not a good idea, but also just vibes. Also, people questioning whether I do know my shit on Wendigos. Yes, I know in most cases they say not to say the name of the creature, otherwise it might hunt you down. But the whole point of the fucking story wasn't even to, like, scare you fully about a monster. It was to teach you not to be greedy. So anyone gatekeeping the creature and the depictions of that creature, because yes, there are multiple different versions of the folklore amongst multiple different cultures, not just Native Americans. Yes, that is like the biggest version of the creature, biggest amount of folklore is within Native Americans. It's not the only one. So them gatekeeping it is breaking the meaning of the story about the Wendigo, which is toxic. I was taught that the meaning of the Wendigo was about community. If you are not doing things for the sake of the group and doing things for the sake of just yourself, then it's considered greedy and you could become very easily manipulated by the spirit of the Wendigo. Meaning you'd be more likely to succumb to cannibalism and or be very weak-minded. So, yes, I do know the cultural background of the characters and the creatures. But also, my depiction of the Wendigo is based off of a video game. Like, I'm not trying to look like a spooky ghost skeleton, no. I'm trying to look like a horrific monster from a video game. And I will call it a spooky ghost skeleton because it's funny. Pretty sure my audio didn't work for this, so, oh well. I'm gonna continue drawing.
Just so you know that this is my reference. I think I was pretty close. Is I do not have a lot of different pink pencils. In reality I only have 3 and all of them are very vibrant colors. So to make her more muted color of pink, I'm going to add a bit of red and orange and burgundy. Let's see if I can get there.
So you may notice how I never erase the outline or even fade it at all. I think I like it. It doesn't very long. I just like it. I like it being here.
pencil sharpener? I don't fucking think so. Uh-oh. That would actually be really, really bad if I didn't. fuck text? Oh, it's just work. I don't care. I'm gonna grab the ink, cause it needs it. Yeah. So this question is going to sound disturbing, but it's based off of a cartoon. If you found out someone ate human remains, how long would you wait before you told them? Would you tell them right away? Like, dude, that was your friend that you just ate. Or would you wait until you're like alone with them? Like, especially specifically if it was like an urn, like ashes, like human ashes. Because I personally don't know how I'd respond to being told I was eating someone. Probably freak the fuck out, to be honest. Like, what the fuck? Cause in South Park, this character fully straight out eats human remains. They were ashes, but he thought it was chocolate milk. Also, since it's a fucked up question, I expect fucked up answers, so have fun with that. I also have no idea how I would tell someone that. But I'd probably tell them right away. That also leaves me with a question of, if a cannibal said or gave you a bad food review, like you tasted like shit, how would you feel? Because there's a restaurant in China that sells like human flesh. That's like an actual thing. You can sell like human remains to them, and they'll pay you for your donation. I don't know the legal ramifications behind that, or how you get your dead relative to them, But, there is apparently a legal way to sell a dead body. Still weird as fuck, though. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this process of me doing anime, drawing, without really knowing how to.